Alright, picking up where I left off with the Fiat 500 6-speed manual swap. If you haven't, go watch part 1. This is the first 6-speed manual swap Fiat 500 in the US. People in the UK have claimed to have done it, but those guys, their 600s, their 500s are completely different. So they had a factory 6-speed over there and all kinds of crazy different models. And we never got that here. So this is completely uncharted territory in the US. They can just go grab parts off the shelf and make it work. This is something completely different. But anyway, what I had to end up doing is notch the battery tray, because the 6-speed shifter, like assembly, I guess not assembly, but the shifter linkages sit up higher than the 5-speed. So as you can see, I had to notch the battery box to make room for the charge pipe. So the charge pipe will go like that. And I did have to end up buying a different coupler, a 2-inch to a 2.5 reducer, 90-degree bend. Now, if you wanted to use OEM parts to do this, you could use a Dodge Dart charge pipe, and you wouldn't have to get this coupler. But the coupler is cheaper than, let's say you went on eBay or a junkyard. This is cheaper. This was only $14. But I did have to notch the battery tray. It's still just fine. It supports the battery just fine, because all the strength's in the center. The outside doesn't do anything over here. Anyway, this side of the battery tray just hangs off anyway. Get this out of the way. So you can see the shift linkages sit up higher than the 5-speed. So, and this charge pipe that has the boost sensor in it, I just clocked it. So normally it's facing that way. I just clocked it, and you can see, clocked it out of the way, and nothing hits. Everything functions just fine. That's neutral. So yeah, that's what's going on right now. I'm probably like an hour away from actually completing this. Just button this up, throw the front end back on. What else can I show you? Here's the shifter. I ended up having to cut my cup holders out. This just is what it is. This shift tower is just too high and too bulky for it to look right up here. So at least I still keep my aux cord and my 12-volt hookup. Now, I was thinking, if you use a Jeep Renegade trim piece, you could hide all this. So basically, you jump on eBay, grab a Jeep Renegade trim piece, and you could put it over this and then just cut it, to make it look somewhat normal. I still got to get a shift boot. That's what I'll do. I'll get a shift boot and then the Jeep Renegade shift piece. And it's never going to look perfect, Maybe version 2, it could be up here, but honestly, I don't know. I don't see it working, because the shift cables for the Jeep Renegade shifter travel straight, and the Abarth cables travel down. So if you were to put this shifter up here, the cables would be binding, and you probably wouldn't even be able to get it in gear. The cables would bind, the shifter would feel like shit. This thing is buttery smooth. This feels so much better than the stock Abarth shifter. So I've been trying to come up with an idea of like what I could do here, because this looks stupid. Now, there is a factory piece that goes here, but it's meant for the automatic, and it just has like a bunch of little buttons on it. I thought about getting that and just modifying it. I also came up with the idea of getting like some ABS plastic and have something like this. But I stumbled upon a 5-inch round LCD display with a computer built into it, the Raspberry Pi. I think having something like this with that 5-inch, so this is 5 inches around, have a 5-inch screen here that is its own computer, have it linked to the OBD2, and I could have a round screen here displaying information on the car. I think that would be sick. And then to power it, there's a port right here, so maybe the screen will be perfectly round so this won't be in the way, and then just have a nice little cable go down, plugged in. So I'm not there yet. I'm still figuring all this out. But that's the shifter. It feels amazing. So much better than the 500 shifter, in my opinion. These cars should have came with a 6-speed. I went ahead and installed a fucking Mamba wastegate actuator. It comes with a whole bunch of different springs. I'm going to try it out because I was just running the stock wastegate actuator on a phase 3 tune, and they're recommending a 15 psi spring, and I had a stock spring in there, which is, I don't know, 9, if that, maybe less, 7. So got the Mamba wastegate actuator. I got to fill the coolant up. Like I said, this area, I just got this reducer 90, clocked this boost pipe, and that's it. Notched the battery tray. This swap was a lot easier than I had thought. People made it sound so crazy that it would never work and this and that, and those guys just, they don't know what they're talking about. For the clutch line, we got the Dodge Dart Union tube. I'm using the stock Abarth engine ground. Even underneath the car, check this out. Yeah, that's the stock torque mount. All I had to do was chop off that long piece that the stock part has like a long piece of metal sticking off of it. I just cut it off. Filled it with polyurethane, plus that red insert. This fucking engine doesn't budge at all. Whoa. So that is where I'm at, and then the next video we will be test driving it. Hopefully it all works. Oh, I don't even know if I showed this, but the I'm stuck. The axles are in. Axles and wheels are in. No binding, no issues. All right. Stay tuned for part 3.